Good morning, guys. Let me just show you the view real quick. Today is just such a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day. Just wait 1 second. Oh, it's a little chilly out. Not gonna lie. Just a beautiful, beautiful day. So we started a new store, and right now we're actually doing $1,000 a day every single day, and we're gonna scale up very soon. So how do we do this, right? How did we learn the necessary skills to be able to do this over and over again? Well, hopefully after this video you get a better idea on exactly why it's so difficult to start, but why once you pick it up, it kind of begins to get easier. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Arie, and today, man, I'm feeling really excited about this video. I want to talk about why Facebook ads are so hard to begin with, right? Are so expensive, so costly, and so difficult to actually master, especially as a beginner. Now, this is gonna be an extremely important video. I just kind of sat myself down and really reflected on some of the most difficult challenges that Tyler and I have had to overcome with our Facebook ads and just our whole learning experience throughout the past few years. And I've compiled the list of things that hopefully will help you a ton when it comes to getting better at Facebook ads. So we're gonna hop right into there. And by the way, the unboxing and review video for the Razer Blade 15 is gonna be dropping tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, let's just hop right into it. Alright, guys, we're in my computer. Now, I do have the Google Doc right here of exactly what I'm going to be talking about and all that stuff. But first, I wanted to show you some of the progress that we've been making on a new store that we started. We've actually been making some good progress so far. We're starting it a little bit slow. Obviously, I have a lot of responsibilities. But here's the thing, we're making really solid progress. I mean, I'm extremely happy with how everything's been turning. We're scaling pretty efficiently, as you can see. We went, from 400 a day to 1,000 a day pretty quickly. And I think by the end of the month, we'll definitely be at 3,000 to 4,000 per day, maybe 5,000, depending on how fast we want to take it. The most important thing right now is we're actually setting up our suppliers. The main reason why we had to put our main store on pause was because of a huge distribution issue that we had with the supplier that we had at the time. So now we've cut ties with them essentially, but now we're starting everything over. We know so much about branding now and so much about different things. So I think this will take us to the $1 million level this year, 100%. But anyways, I just wanted to show you that real quick so you kind of know what I've been doing with e-commerce, because here's the thing, guys, it's very important for you to follow people who are actively in the space. And this is one of the biggest things here that I didn't list this on this list. But like I said, it's extremely crucial because Facebook ads change all the time. The e-commerce space changes all the time, and and if you're trying out outdated methods, right? Outdated strategies that worked for somebody a year ago, chances are they're not going to work now, or they'll need a lot of tweaking that, those people are hardly aware of because they don't have e-commerce stores. They don't know what's working right now. So just make sure you keep that in mind. I mean, I just want to say that real quick. Obviously, everybody making YouTube videos has something to offer, and you probably can learn stuff from everybody. But try to be self-aware in terms of like your expertise level. Like if you're not a beginner anymore, you've gotten your first sales and stuff. You got to start following people that are where you want to be in ecom, okay, not whatever else they're doing. But anyways, here's the thing, guys. Facebook testing, it's expensive, and it's the most expensive for beginners, right? It's less expensive for somebody like me, for somebody like Tyler, for somebody like whoever else is really experienced with Facebook ads. And here are the plain reasons why. Look at it this way, like I have here. I have experience, and of course, I have a bigger budget to spend on ads than you do. And the reason why is obviously because I'm willing to spend all that money for ads because I know that I know how to use it properly, right? And I can test more audiences right away because of these things. And of course, I know exactly what to look for, so I'm gonna test a lot of audiences right away, like many different interests within ad sets, or not within each ad set, but like each different interest within each ad set, right? And here's the thing about this, guys, just a little bonus side tip that I wanted to say is don't overthink interest selection. One of the biggest one of the most common questions I get from people that like are a little more advanced is, Ari, like I got some sales right away. I'm really happy. I just don't know what to do now. Like, how do I scale? I don't know. And I'm like, oh, well, have you been creating new ad sets? And they're like, no, I don't really know what to create. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, I get it, but just create like something that makes sense, right? Like it's really not that difficult. You're overthinking it too much, right? Just try to like look at the suggestions tab, look at the most common sense thing to target and do that. And then once you're out of ideas, which shouldn't be anytime soon, like there's so many different suggestions, so many different things that you could do, then start hopping onto audience insights to look at related interests. But at the beginning, you really don't need to do that at all. Now, you are not experienced, guys. This is why it costs so much for you to begin, because you're not experienced. So you don't know what to do or how to look at your data properly, right? Like for us, we can start cutting things really early on because we know how to create more assets quickly, and we know just so many different things that you don't, right? But here's the thing, just because I could tell you literally every single thing and you still might fail. And that's why it's important for you to go through this, guys. Like it's a part of the journey to lose money, to, not be successful. It's a huge part of the journey. And, we went through it for years before we actually found any tangible success. So just keep that in a perspective, like you have to be willing to go through all this shit in order to get to where you want to be. And honestly, it's a learning experience. So it's really not, so don't think of, when you lose your money, don't think, oh man, this is a scam. Oh man, this doesn't work. It does work. It just doesn't work for you right now because you're doing something wrong. And here's the thing too, you will make emotion-based decisions simply because you don't have the ability to remove your emotions from your ads yet, right? I mean, that's something that you develop over time. After spending so much money on ads, like it kind of becomes second nature, right? It's not something that I think about. And of course, we've been keeping, by the way, for the store numbers that I showed, we've been keeping, we have obviously a profit loss spreadsheet that we've been keeping all our numbers in, and we're about 15% profitable, which is super low, but which is very low. But of course, we're still in the testing phase. If you're profitable in the testing phase, that's amazing. That's amazing. And I know you might be thinking, well, then isn't this dropshipping thing stupid? Like, shouldn't we get into something that's more profitable? And I get that, but look, nothing is going to be profitable at the beginning, and that's just kind of the way the world is. Like, starting a business is never profitable at the beginning. The only way that you'll be profitable at the beginning with a business is if you're doing social media marketing or some sort of consulting where it's like you're giving your time for money rather than like putting in money for money, right? Facebook ads are an investment. You're putting in your money in to get money out. And this is why it's not profitable right away, because you don't know how to do it effectively. And it takes a long time to develop the skills to be able to do it effectively. So guess what? You won't see the best results right away, no matter how many ad sets you test either way. Like even if you test 1,000,000 ad sets, yeah, you'll see some sales, but you still probably won't see many good results. And here's the reason why. Your ads absolutely suck, That's another part of it. You have to make sure that you're going through the process, that you make some shitty ads at the beginning so that you can improve upon them and, see what you did wrong. One of the biggest mistakes that people make is their videos are dragged out. They show an image for way too long in their slideshows. That's just boring. It's not very engaging. They're not making the first 3 seconds of the video the best. Or really, really engaging, which is super important. They don't highlight benefits and pain points. You're not making sure that your product page looks super clean and appealing. It's looking ugly, cluttered, and overall just bad. So just make sure that you're aware of these things, right? Like if something's not working, it's because of you. It's not because of anybody else. It's because of you, and know that it's a part of the process. So don't get too overwhelmed. I mean, I think the first few months of dropshipping are amazing because you're so excited, so motivated, et cetera, and you think that you're gonna make so much money. You're like very excited. But then once you start realizing you start spending money and you're not getting anything back, you start getting really bummed out, and this is when you start to kind of become desperate. And this is when people will like copy my store step by step. Or, I had a coaching student that, he, after these 2 months, like he copied his best friend's like store essentially. Like people get super desperate at this point, and you just have to understand that you have to just keep getting past it. Um, and of course, this is the reason why entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Everybody wants to be their own boss, but not everybody's willing to be an entrepreneur. And I know that's it's a harsh reality to accept, but it's the truth. And I see it. I mean, dropshipping has just made everybody want to be their own boss because it's so easy to get started, but it's not easy to make it work. And this is why, like I said, not everybody is going to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody's made for this. And that's why not everybody makes it. But hopefully you guys are part of the people that will make it. So just keep all these tips in mind because all these things are extremely essential and extremely influential to your success. Like if you can really understand that, it takes experience to be able to get any tangible results, that it is mostly in the ad and product page. That's kind of where the results lie mainly, then you'll be good. But just make sure that you focus in on those things, guys. That's super important. And of course, make sure you watch some of the playlists that I made on my YouTube channel. If you're still pretty lost, you don't have money to invest in my course or in anybody's courses, whatever, make sure you watch some of my YouTube videos. I have course-worthy YouTube videos that I've been making for half a year now, almost, yeah, like 8 months. 9 months now almost. So make sure you do that. Like there's so many valuable resources out here for free. So you're so accountable for your success that it's so hard for me to feel sympathetic towards people that like aren't making it and are desperate because I made it and it took me so long. So and that's the same with everybody else. Like everybody else that makes it, it took a lot of hard work, and it did not happen in the first few months of business. If they did say it happened in the first few months, run away. Don't take their advice. They're lying or whatever. But anyways, I don't want this to get too long. I don't want to waste your time. I want you to go take action today to make sure that you're doing productive stuff for your store. And that's it, guys. So make sure you check out some of my other videos. Make sure you subscribe to the family. Join the fam. We're growing super quick. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Obviously, if you're subscribed, turn on your notifications. You have to do it. But besides that, guys, that's pretty much it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I got another video coming for tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And that's it. Peace out.